Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is brought to you by you. If you want to learn how to support our show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 94 of Punching Up, Last Stand Media's weekly Nintendo podcast. I am your host, Brad Ellis, and joining me, my co-host, Micah Moriarty. Micah, I gotta say, I am wired up right now, because I just came back from the gym. I'm still like...
You got the pump going?
Yeah, I feel like a little hungry or something. I don't know. I didn't even have pre-workout, but I am just like freaking out, man. I just hopped out of the shower, so you gotta calm me down. You gotta control me. But Mike, what's going on? You had quite the day as well.
Mamma mia. Okay, so people who are in the loop, Treble has had recurring hives. She has been okay now that it's winter, which was good because it pointed to, hopefully it's an environmental allergy, not food or anything. She had allergy testing today to confirm that. However, when I set all this up and they explained everything to me and they're like, you're going to come into the office, you're going to do the skin testing. I've had allergy testing myself, and it took like a 1 hour office visit. But when they did it for the dog and they have to like sedate her and all that, and I get there and then they're like, all right, you can pick her up in 3 hours. And I was like, oh, just because they didn't mention that, yeah. I thought I would be waiting and just bring her home, So then we had to delay the recording because I had to go get her. And they had to explain everything to me. I have to give her injections now.
Oh.
And literally, it was like a sitcom response. The very, very nice technician shows me how to do it. We practiced with saline, and he's like, this is what you do. You go step by step. And he's like, you think you can try doing that? I literally sat there for several seconds contemplating it. I really was just like, and he's like... And I said, I think so.
Oh, no.
If you know me, needles freak me out. I know the tattoos, the piercings makes no sense. Freaks me out. Just the sight of needles freaks me out, even if they're not being injected into me. But I did it. And so the course of action will be Treble will get these allergy injections. You start off with every other day for a month, and then you go every other week. The goal is to get down to once monthly. And so her allergy testing came back. She, just like me, is allergic to all the pollens and the grasses and the trees. And so it explains why she's been fine now that it's finally like freezing, literally, and everything's dead. But come springtime, we want to be prepared. So we're going to start her on this immunotherapy over the winter. And hopefully it helps. I also have to, now that we know she's allergic to grass, every time we take her for a walk, they recommend that I, wipe her down,
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Which we had been doing when we didn't know for sure if that's what she was allergic to or not, just because it's like, it can't hurt. Now that we know for sure, it's like, well, it's not wasted effort. But, yeah, it's been a day.
Yeah, I'll say.
And then, oh my God, while I came home, from leaving her at the vet, and my new carbon steel pans got delivered, and they needed to be seasoned. So it's like, I need everyone who's not watching to know, it's like I'm wearing a flannel shirt and an LL Bean vest, and I'm seasoning my new pans.
Very
and I
dad.
just feel like such a dad today.
Yeah, you are very dad right now. Very much so. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear Trouble's all right. She just got allergies. What is she, like a... It's like, come on, what are you taking care of a kid? It's ridiculous. All you gotta do for these dogs.
Can I just say, I was like, how the hell am I supposed to have a kid on top of this, right? I got my dogs going to the dermatologist. And now I got to give her allergy shots every other day for a month until we get down to the maintenance dose. The other dog also has allergies, but not as bad. It's just bro, and I'm supposed. And people are like, you should have a kid or something. It's like, I gotta take care of something else. I'm stretched thin as it is,
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Though I think when you have a kid, though, you get like a stat buff that just lets you deal with everything. It's like you get a buff just to handle it all. I don't know. It's like parent buff, mom or dad buff. Something
Perhaps
about it.
It is funny though, because I literally never thought I would give anything an injection ever. for people who don't know, when I was younger, I wanted to be a vet technician. I knew I'd never be like a fucking doctor, but I wanted to be like a veterinary technician. That was like a dream job. And I don't like needles and things. So I said, no thanks. So having to do this, I am quite surprised at what love for something can do to you. Because it's like, well, she needs it, so I'll do it. And I hated every second of it, but I'm like, well, maybe it'll be good for me too. To get over this fear a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rush Pup is good though. He's okay for the most part.
Yeah, he gets these injections called Cytopoint. His allergies present differently. He just gets itchy, like itchy eyes, itchy skin, and he gets ear infections when his allergies are bad. He's never shown with hives or anything like that. And his allergies are very well managed with this medicine called Cytopoint, which is an injection given every several weeks, depending on his allergies. But he usually can go like a couple months between injections. So he's fine. I submitted it all to the insurance company too, so we'll see if they pay us anything.
That'd be nice. What's Colin think about all this dog allergy business going on?
Oh my God. I mean, he's just like happy that we had somebody so local, because like this vet, thankfully, was only like 20 minutes away compared to when I had to take her for the ruptured disc in her back. That doctor was 45 minutes away. Damn. And I had to take her there weekly. And so it was just like, yeah. So at least it's close. He's just glad we have gotten some answers, about what's wrong with her. Because the worst part was literally, we would just wake up in the morning and she had hives. And you couldn't pinpoint what caused it because it wasn't happening after she ate or after we came in from going potty. It literally was like, well, you were inside for 8 hours. So what the hell happened?
Yeah.
So now having answers is just a relief. And especially that's not food allergies, because that's the number one. They can't really test for them. But because she was off her allergy meds for a couple of weeks leading up to this appointment and she was fine, it's like, well, it's definitely not food. And she hit all the markers for pollen. So I'm just relieved to have answers finally.
Yeah, that's good. Well, the pups shall go on. They got their meds and their little sweaters. I
gotta keep her medicine in the fridge like a fucking diabetic.
Holy shit. It's like Resident Evil injection. You gotta hide it. No, bro,
you should have seen me, because like they do the practice with the saline. He's like, so it's gonna look like this. He hands me the little bottle and the syringe, and I was just like, not okay with it. Yeah. And so I have to do that. You do it to draw. They're not like loaded syringes, like preloaded medicine. You have to draw the liquid into it.
Liquid, yeah.
And deal with that. And I was like, because I don't know, I thought it was going to be like Ozempic or some shit. Like you just, like an EpiPen, like it's loaded.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got to play nurse now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gotta do it for those puppers.
You gotta.
Gotta do it for those puppers.
She also lost weight, which was a goal.
Good.
She lost a pound. She needed to lose like a pound. Chonky slightly. Like they literally wanted her to lose 1 pound. She has lost the pound.
Okay, good. What about Rush? Is he chonker?
Rush has also lost weight. They wanted him to lose about 2 pounds. He's down about 1.5 pounds. It's tricky because when you have to give them all these medications, how do you do that? The answer for our dogs is peanut butter.
Yeah.
And I try to use like as little as possible, but calories are calories. When you're like, the amount of calories they're recommended to have for a day is very, very minimal. And so adding in, oh my God, like for treble, it might be like 500 calories or something. Like it's not a lot. And so then it's like, how do you factor in a dab of peanut butter? But it adds up when you're giving her multiple like pills a day and stuff like that. So that's the other good thing with these injections. If it works correctly, there's no peanut butter or cheese to bribe her,
Where do you do the injection? Just like on her butt or something?
So I have to pinch the back of her like neck scruff where the skin's really thick. And I have to do that. Yeah.
Does she panic or is she like...
She didn't even notice.
Oh,
I was panicking because the guy's explaining it. He's like, you're going to feel a little resistance and it'll pop through. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
All right. And she didn't even flinch. And I was like, I said, was her skin really thick or something? He's like, yeah, dogs have really thick skin. I was like, all right.
Yeah. Okay, cool, dude. All right. She's a tank. She's tanking those hits, those needle shots.
the good thing is that the medicine won't be ready for like a week. So I'm going to have to do this right away because I was not okay with it.
Make Colin do it too. Share the burden.
It has
Share
to be
the
done in
load.
the morning.
Share the load.
Yeah, no, they advise giving the medication in the morning so that if she has a reaction, they are open, or the emergency vet she may need to go to is open. So, because I was like, does it matter what time of day? And they're like, well, morning's ideal, so you can keep an eye on her. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
that
that's true. I guess. Yeah.
Because I'm the one who's up in the morning.
Yeah. Goddamn. All right. Hey, everybody, if you want to support us, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. You can get early ad-free access to all of our shows and perks like Sacred Symbols Plus. We'd greatly support it, we greatly support it and appreciate it.
Thank you for your donation.
Us over there. Thank you for your donation. We could not do it without you guys, so thank you, everybody. Also, if you want some merch, laststandmedia.store. Michael will send it to you from their house. Personalized merch. There you go. Well, it won't be personalized, but it'll go through their house. You want something that smells like the Moriarty house? There you go.
Yeah, sometimes I write a note if you have a funny address or something,
Funny address.
So, oh no, dude, sometimes people have like really funny street names, or if they live in Massachusetts, I'm prone to put a note in it, just because it's like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
But like
Masshole.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, sometimes people have like really funny street names and I have to call it out. There's just so many good ones. I'll mention because, well, it'll maybe have already happened by then, but the extra holiday sweaters will be listed for sale today, Wednesday, when you are hearing this.
There you go.
So the extra holiday sweaters that were left over will be posted today on the store. If there are any left by the time you hear this, go check those out if you missed out on the pre-sale.
Yeah, well, there you go. Very nice. You're talking about Massachusetts. Like, I've been to Massachusetts once. It was really nice. Yeah, it was nice when I went. I went to South Attleboro and Boston. I went for a day. It was hot as fuck, I remember. It was like a heat wave. I'm not even joking. It was so
not
brutal.
Too humid. It's not too humid out there.
I don't know. It felt humid. It was like an unusual heat wave. It was an unusual heat wave. Yeah, compared to where you are, I'm sure. But it was like an unusual heat wave. Did the duck boat tour, where you go in the cars.
I've never done that.
I got to drive it for a little bit. It was sick in the water. The guy let me drive it. That was tight. And P-Town. Everyone knows classic P-Town.
I've never been to P-Town either. I'm not the best representative of Eastern Mass. Like, I grew up in Western Mass out in the country, hence the flannel and LL Bean vest. And like, whenever people ask me like, oh, what should I do in Boston? It's like, I've been to Boston like 10 times,
Yeah, it's
like,
a calling question maybe, because he lived there, right?
He did. He went to college there, so he lived there for several years. Like, he's been to the Patriots games. I've never been to one. Like,
wow.
It's just like I grew up 2.5 hours outside of Boston.
Gotcha.
So completely different scene, completely different place. Like, I've never even been to Cape Cod.
Oh,
it's just like, but I don't know, kind of stay where I was at. It is a different vibe. It's the country. It's rural out there.
I think when you live somewhere, you're not as like, I gotta go here kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. But whatever.
I mean, I'm not a city person at all. So it's fun for a vacation. I could never live out there. I can't stand it.
I remember you guys in New York. I remember.
Yeah, New York was a scene. I saw my first ever rat. That was pretty cool.
That was cool, yeah. See little rats scamper around. Very nice.
I've never seen a street rat before, like I've never seen like a cockroach in real life, we had a pet cockroach in second grade.
You've never seen a cockroach? Wow.
Not like a house roach, like I've never seen like a house roach. We had my second grade class, we had a pet cockroach. It was a Madagascar hissing cockroach named Nigel. I was kind of afraid of it, but yeah, I've never seen just a house roach, So seeing that rat was pretty cool.
Yeah. Highlight. Seeing Splinter run around in the subway. Very cool.
I was feeling it. I was the garbage is in the streets, just like they said that would be.
Exactly. All right. Let's talk about some game stuff. So this is the wrong tab. Sorry, Dustin. Here you go. Micah, the Game Awards were last Thursday. Me and the Sacred Boys live reacted to it. If you guys want to watch that on our YouTube channel, it's up there if you want to see it. Micah threw a lot of tomatoes in the chat room, got them all riled up. Very good. We're going to go more into the Game Awards stuff later, but I just want to talk about a couple things that are announced that are relevant for Switch 2, I think. The first thing being Pragmata is announced for Switch 2, and it launches on April 24th, 2026. Confirmed earlier. I played this game at Summer Game Fest just a little bit, and it was cool. I dug it. Third-person shooter with some like kind of hacking puzzle elements to it that I thought were really fun. I think there's a demo of the game actually now, but this game was revealed all the way back in 2020 at the PS5 like debut showcase, so it's been a hot minute, but it's coming to Switch 2. I will be playing this, not on Switch 2 though, but
No, play it on Switch 2.
No, that's okay. No.
Damn it.
No. When I have a very nice PC, I'm like, why would I do this? Why would I do this to myself? And if I played handheld mode, make a lot more sense. I don't play handheld mode very often though, so it doesn't make sense for me. But for you, handheld gamer, what about you? Are you interested in this game?
I am now. Because I originally was like, yeah, that looks cool, but I wasn't going to play it. And
Right.
now that it's going to be on Switch 2, I said, oh, all right. Is this the same date that it's out on everything?
Yeah.
Or is it late?
I believe it's the same date for everything.
All right,
So,
all right. Hope it
if
doesn't
you-
get the Borderlands 4 treatment of a delay that seems like forever.
Yeah. Capcom's been really all about porting everything to Switch 2 recently now. Because, I mean, Switch dominates in Japan, so it makes sense. Japanese company. But, yeah, I don't think it's going to be delayed by the date or anything like that. I didn't see anything about that. That would suck, but at least it's coming, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Even if it comes later, it's still better than nothing.
Yeah, and I'll wait to hear about performance, know, because this is something I think looks cool, but not cool enough to fire up the PlayStation and play it.
Sure.
But yeah, for Switch, I'm interested so long as it doesn't get bad marks for like this thing stutters like crazy and the load times are ass. Otherwise, yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think Resident Evil 9 or Requiem that's coming out in February could be a good like test to see where Switch 2's performance will be on their games with the RE engine and all that kind of stuff. Because Capcom, especially with Monster Hunter, was like very sketchy with performance. Even on like PC, it was kind of really bad. I think it's still pretty bad actually. They haven't fixed it a whole lot yet, but they might be. But hopefully it runs great. Still very happy to see it. Love it. Get that shit on more platforms. All right. Next thing we'll do another Switch 2 port that just came out recently is the Switch 2 Skyrim port. It apparently is not very good. Not very good. I watched Digital Foundry on it. Of course, it looks better than the Switch version, but 30 FPS, heavy input lag, very strange. And I'm kind of surprised the game's 30 FPS. It's an Xbox 360 game. You couldn't figure out something like unlocked frame rate or something. I don't know. Seems very strange to me. Maybe there is some reason why. I don't know. But to me, that's like an easy skip then. I'm not even considering that whatsoever. If it ran good, I'd be like, okay, I could see the appeal to that. But
if it ran good, it wouldn't be a Bethesda game. And I don't say that with hate. I say that just as an objective statement.
You're right.
There seems to be just something wrong with all of them. There seems to just be an acceptable level of jank with Bethesda. And it's like, it doesn't matter that this game came out on the 360. It's like, look, we just can't get it perfect, okay? And it's like, all right.
That's fair.
You've had, what, 15 years to work on this thing, but okay. She's still getting pieced together like a quilt.
I know, dude. It's still brutal. I mean, I get it. I'll put up with technical flaws and stuff like that. I mean, I love From Software games, and their games always have technical issues. Always. But
oh, dude, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 had some issues that I was very candid about when we did our spoiler cast. Like, there were issues with the stealth gameplay. There were moments where literally no one's around. I like look around, there's nobody here, but then someone would somehow see me and the alarm set, and it's like, but I'm in here by myself, you know?
Yeah.
Or there was a whole issue where one of the missions is like at night and the NPCs literally, they kept getting stuck on the environment. So then I couldn't sneak past them because it's like they're supposed to be on a certain path and they're getting stuck on a bush. And it's like, well, so like that game had issues, you know? I won't deny that. There's definitely things I'll accept and play around so long as it's not game breaking. And like for me, 30 FPS means nothing. That's fine. But the input lag's a problem.
The input lag, what
fast.
I saw was pretty egregious. Like
yeah, that's where
bad.
I say that's broken. Like I can handle. Oh, there's a little stuttering.
Sure.
Oh, you know, what's it called? Screen tearing. You know, if it happens occasionally, it's okay. I can handle that. But input lag is where I start to say, well, you're ruining the combat now.
Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, I can deal with some input lag, you know, like NSO shit has some input lag, but it's like way worse looking from what I've seen of this game. I am curious if any of you are out there though, who are listening, who have played this on Switch 2, let us know how it runs. I'm very curious.
Definitely. Because too, when you mention like NSO, for example, and it's like, well, we're not talking about trying to play Luigi's Mansion on NSO. We're talking about a very long game. And a somewhat complex game. And so it's like, yeah, this isn't just a dick around for an hour type game. This is a massive experience that you're supposed to spend a lot of time with.
Massive game. Yeah. I saw Bethesda put out a thing on their website, Bethesda support, and the question says, why am I experiencing frame rate issues with the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim following the Anniversary Edition release on Nintendo Switch? And they said, we are investigating reports of performance issues with the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim after the Anniversary Edition update. If you are seeing input lag on Nintendo Switch 2, see, what do I do if I'm experiencing input lag on Nintendo Switch 2 and the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition for additional info. If you're experiencing the issues and would like to receive updates on the topic, log on to our website, blah, 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 blah. So they're aware of this problem. Hopefully they'll fix something. I don't know if this is like the Switch 1 version of the game running on Switch 2. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but regardless what version of Skyrim is running on Switch 2 right now is not good. So looks like they're aware of it. Hopefully they'll fix it, solve it, because Skyrim is a great game. So fix it, Todd. All right. Next game I thought was pretty interesting looking, which was they announced at the Game Awards, was Bradley the Badger. From the Metroid Rabbids creative director, David Solani, and Red Dead Redemption writer, Christian Cantamessa, who formed Day 4 Night last year, along with other former leaders of Ubisoft Milan, including Mario Rabbids producers, Christina Nava and Gianmarco Zen. So this was the guy that did, you remember on stage, I think he was like cried about Miyamoto on stage when he came out, because
was that early in the show? I missed part of the show.
Yeah, it was in the show, I think earlier, but I think that part with Miyamoto was years ago, but it was very wholesome. And the Mario Rabbids games were very good, actually. I only played the first one and it was solid. And I heard the second one was even better.
Liked that first one.
Yeah, I heard the second one was even better. So they came out with a new game, Bradley the Badger, and to me, this is like the modern day, the new Gex, where you have this guy doing parodies of a bunch of stuff. He's doing parodies. The key is like a little badger going into parodies of other video games. There's like a Bloodborne one called Badgerborn. It's all haunted and spooky looking. There was one that's like The Last of Us. There's one that's Cyberpunk 2077. And he's kind of thrown into these scenarios. And it looks like he has like game dev tools almost that he uses to manipulate the environment to help him. Like there's one where he like has platforms come out and they look like they're in development. All that kind of stuff is like a game dev. I'm not a game dev, so I don't know more about that kind of stuff or the terms for it, but I can recognize a lot of it, like the checkerboard pattern, all that kind of stuff. He has a bunch of powers he can do with this shit. Like he can turn into objects or fuse with them. He's like rolling up mountains and all this kind of stuff. Turns into a truck like Kirby driving around in this Last of Us area. Really fun looking. I am super curious about this game, Micah. What do you think? Bradley the Badger.
Yeah, I watched the trailer. I'm impressed with all the different like kind of properties, like you said, that they're kind of spoofing here.
Hmm.
Just because it started out with like the Badgerborn, I'm like, oh, very clever. And then yeah, then it switches over to Cyberpunk, switches over to a Last of Us theme, and I said, all right, you guys are doing a lot here.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting all that, and I like the idea of yeah, he's kind of pointing and saying like, well, which of these things do I want to jump to, and then you manipulate it yourself to make it a platform.
Yeah.
So very inventive, quite charming,
Yeah.
quite funny. So I'm interested to see more about it. What I'm interested in is the concept of, because you're kind of picking and choosing like what platforms you want to make, it's like, oh, is there kind of like a hard route and an easy route? Like, for example,
Yeah.
if you do the more challenging platform, maybe there's like a reward at the end, versus if you take the baby mode, you don't get like the bonus gem. Let's say he's
Yeah.
collecting gems or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's a 3D platform. You gotta be collecting something.
Yeah,
So
of course.
I'll be curious to kind of see how that plays out. If there are benefits to taking the more difficult choice, if there is one.
Yeah. Looks really fun. I'm super in. And one thing I got to say, shout out to them, is during the Badgerborn part, he like does Bloodborne moves. He like does a parry with the gun, just like in Bloodborne, and he kind of shoves it in them, just like you do in Bloodborne. And they do the Souls dodge roll. So a lot of love and care put into all that kind of stuff. So far, looks really fun. I'm trying to see. There was no date or anything like that. It just says wish list on Steam right now. So who knows when this is coming out, but it's one to keep an eye on, in my opinion.
You're
Looks
only
awesome.
saying that because it's got your name on it, Brad.
It does help. It's bonus points. It is bonus points. I won't deny it.
Do you hear your name frequently in media? Like, I so rarely ever hear my name, and now there are, I believe, 2 NFL players named Micah, and so now I actually hear my name like every week on TV, which is interesting because I would go literally years without hearing my name anywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I don't
so I
have
just always find it funny.
I think you have a more uncommon name than I do. Like,
But you're the only Bradley I know. You're
yeah,
the
I
only
mean,
one.
like, I think everyone kind of knows a Brad in their life. Maybe at one point went to school with some kid named Brad. Maybe it depends on your age range too. I don't know, like, if it's a popular name still, or kids are still being named that. I don't know. You know?
Oh no!
different
Now it'd
versions.
be
Yeah.
Brad Leigh, Bradley.
Yeah, some crazy
Millennial.
spelling, millennial writing, yeah, or they're naming their kids Khaleesi. I don't know. So it's like a name boomers give their kids my age range.
It's a
and all
good
that.
name. It's a
No,
good
no,
name.
I have no problems with my
Or were you
no
were you
qualms.
surprised to see it? Like, oh, that's me.
Kind of, yeah. I was like, oh, hey, it's me. You know, it is kind of always a little surprising when you see your name in something like that. You're like, oh, like at Mike and Red Dead and all that kind of stuff. I bet you were like, oh,
Dude,
that's me.
lost my literally, because I was at the office. I was leaving my office when that trailer dropped that had like Micah in it, and one of my coworkers ran out to the hallway to tell me, they're like, "There's a character named Micah in the game." Because like they watched the trailer in the office at like right after I'd left. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, so everyone knew that it was like Red Dead's my favorite game at the office.
Oh, damn.
And so it was just like, "Holy shit, this is amazing." And he was fantastic. 10 out of 10 character.
Yeah, he was a great character. Loved him in that game. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't surprise me. I don't think it's that unusual of a name. Not super popular, you know. It's not like John, I guess, or something like that.
I was gonna say like John or Michael.
Yeah,
Classic
John and
names,
Michael are kind
know?
of names that have been going on for thousands of
years.
Yeah. So not quite that level, but it's pretty standard. Like my name. My parents said they made sure to give us names that weren't super weird or that we'd get made fun of for or anything like that.
Oh, that's clutch. Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents, when they were naming my sister, they wanted her middle name to be Aaron, but then they were like, well, wait a minute, they had to be careful with how they spelled it because they realized her initials would spell something weird, and they're like, gee. So then they had to like go back to the drawing board and like, it was a whole thing of making sure. So I was like, thanks for the care in that.
Yeah,
and so that we didn't end up with fucking poop for our initials or something.
Yeah. You don't want a shitty name. So I looked out on that side. Like my brother's name is Matt. So Matt and Brad, we have pretty normal names, but they made sure to give us names that you could shorten also. They wanted to be like more casual if they wanted to, like Matthew than Bradley. So.
Or like every time I type Brad, my phone autocorrects to Bede. and I had to fix it.
Why, you write anal bead a lot or something like that?
No, I don't know why the phone does it.
Sure.
But it's one of those things that one of these days I'm going to text you, just going to be, hey, bead.
Hey,
it happens with Maddie. It always autocorrects to Marty.
Oh,
and
Marty, that's a funny ass name. I love that
name. It
name.
happens all the time with Maddie. It's always like, hey, Marty. And he'll send me the gif of Patrick's fake parents because one of them was named Marty.
Oh, yeah. That's good shit. That's funny. That's how the age difference is. I would put Marty McFly every time. I'm not thinking
what's Back to the Future?
Yeah, I'm not thinking of
I've
Patrick's
never seen
it. I'm not surprised. Michael. You haven't seen Dick, so it doesn't even matter. There's so many movies. I don't know what Colin's doing, man. I would be like, you got to watch this shit, dude.
He doesn't watch movies.
I know.
He used to watch them for Knockback, and that was really it. So we otherwise, like, I wanted to see The Northman, and we've still never watched it. That movie's like 4 years old. Yeah,
I watched it. It was definitely worth watching.
We saw the Downton movie. We made sure to see that.
Oh, okay. Fair. Yeah, you saw the boomer shit. Yeah, your senior citizen souls. Absolutely.
Oh, dude, we love Downton. Downton and Gilded Age.
Yeah.
Mamma mia. Peak cinema.
Yeah. You old bitches. Old bitches at heart.
You got it's really good though.
No,
like,
I'm sure it is good. Yeah, I'm sure it's really good.
I don't even like dramas, I don't even like that kind of TV, but I'm like, this is well done.
This is television. Yeah. All right. Micah, let's just move on to what we're playing right now. We'll have lots more news after this, though. You and me were on Summon Sign yesterday. It was just you and me, so we did go kind of in depth with a lot of it, so we can keep it more brief here if we want.
Oh, yeah. I got stuff I didn't talk about on Summon Sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what I'll mention from Summon Sign is just an update on Octopath Traveler 0. I just want to say to the audience here that, like, the story has been excellent, genuinely shocking so far. They don't shy away from violence. They don't shy away from, like, even sexuality to a certain degree, which is just startling to me because the previous Octopath games, they handled some tough topics, but, like, very subtle. Very, very subtle. Like, it's the most wink at this, alluding to this, right? And this is more overt. So really liking the story, very mature story so far. Characters are good. I'm becoming attached to them. I like them a lot. So I'm really enjoying the game. I am right now, like, for the first time, stuck on a boss fight. Not stuck. I gave it one try, said, whoa, I wasn't ready for that. I'm going to go level up a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm having a great time. I'm 12 hours in.
Okay.
The other stuff, though, that I played over the week, I just kind of dicked around in NSO a bit. So I tried that Survivor Kids game. That was way too hardcore. It's like, you die so fast, bro. It's like the kid needs water, like, immediately. He needs to sleep.
Yeah.
I was like, let me just be honest. This is harder than real life, okay? Like, he died. He died after like 2 days. I was feeding him. I gave him water, and it's like he seems too tired. And I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
And then I actually Googled a guide for the game. I thought it was going to be more freeform, keep the kid alive. It's actually like a big grand puzzle, and you're looking for like a series of things to escape the island. I thought you were just trying to survive on the island. That's my bad.
Gotcha.
So I didn't end up liking that as much. But it was fine. It was cool to mess around with for like an hour.
Yeah.
The other one I messed around with, is it called The Sword of Hope? It's another old game. Yeah, okay. The Sword of Hope. That game's neat because it's one of those, it's a single screen at a time, and you have arrows, and you choose which direction to go in. So you click, like, let's say you click top right, and then it presents you the next screen.
Is it first person?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, it's turn-based. Very cool to mess with for an hour. There's no way I could beat an entire game like that, because I was already getting turned around just with, like, okay, so you click that you want to go to the right, and it's just like, here's a battle. And then you get back to the last screen, and this is my bad memory, but I'm like, all right, where was I? And then I click, and it's like, damn it, I went backwards. And then I click, and I'm in another battle. It was fun to mess with for a bit and kind of see the vision of it, to see what someone was able to do on Game Boy with, like, we want to make, an expansive RPG, but how do we make it, this way, where it's like it's one screen at a time. And it was really cool to see. No way I could play the entire game like that,
Right.
but I appreciate the vision. And the last one I messed around with was Luigi's Mansion, which I'd never played.
Oh, okay.
I really struggle with the inverted controls though, and I don't think you can change them.
Yeah, you might not
And
be able to.
I messed with that for maybe an hour, and I kept getting the inverted controls wrong, and I was like, my brain just doesn't do this, Like Colin is all about the inverted controls. That's how his brain works. I had to keep reminding myself, and I just said, I'm not having fun with this.
Yeah.
But it was cute. It was cool to see. But because I'd never played it before. But those inverted controls, man. I might try it again, but I'm not making any promises.
Sure, no promises. It's a short game.
I just can't, my brain doesn't do it automatically. Like every single time I would immediately like look straight up at the ceiling and I'm like, damn it, stop doing that. And it was driving me bananas.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, well, you'll get the hang of it. And it's like room after room. And I was not getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
I just had to keep consciously telling myself, up is down, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Hate inverted controls. Inverted controls are for freaks.
Dude, here. I agree 100%.
I was scared you were going to say, wait a minute, I'm an inverted control freak.
No. I'm not a psychopath like that. No, not even close. Luigi's Mansion's a really charming game. I love
I kept
the
finding
vibes,
Toad,
the aesthetic.
and he was so cute.
Yeah, little toads you find around. I like when Luigi like hums the theme when he's walking around. Going Mario.
Oh, exactly. Like every time you're present, he's like Mario.
There was like a Mario button.
I wanted to play it, but I was just getting more and more annoyed. And it's like, yeah, it's my own problem. But I did not grow up with inverted controls, and I just really struggle to wrap my head around. Whenever a game has flying, and I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be inverted. I just hate it. Yeah. I just hate inverted controls so much.
Yeah. And there's Professor Egad, who gives you the poltergeist or whatever it's called, the poltergust. And when he talks, he's like, Suka, or something like that, how he talks. And he like calls you on like a Game Boy, is it, or something? I forgot what he calls you on.
It's the Game Boy Horror? Is that what it was?
I can't remember. It's been too long since I went through that game.
Yeah, and you use that to like scan for ghosts and shit. It was really cool, and like it was neat to play it. I do want to mess with it some more. But man, I just was getting so frustrated.
Sometimes it takes a long time to get used to that shit. Yeah, because it's like going against your brain, essentially what your brain's trying to do.
Exactly. It just was. It's like, dude, I just cannot get this to be automated. I cannot get my brain to just remember to do this.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you gave it a shot. It sounds like you had like a fun little what's the word I'm looking for? Like a little potluck of Nintendo games.
Oh, yeah. Like a poo-poo platter.
Yeah, exactly. A poo-poo platter. 100%.
This game I didn't stick with because I realized it was going to be like too expansive. It's that Uncharted Waters game. That's like, and I wanted to check that out for a while, and I did just kind of like dip my toes in it, but I was like, this is a massive game and I would need a guide. It just doesn't explain a lot. And so it's like, I need a guide to explain all these features. I'm like, you're managing your crew and rations and pay and all this stuff. And then you eventually, like, you need to build a fleet and go to war. Like it's a, tactician's game. And I just said, like, the game itself is telling you nothing. And then when I consulted a guide and realized how big of an undertaking it would be, I said, oh, this is not for right now. Not for when I'm playing Octopath Zero.
Yeah, not for right now. One brick.
Because I was like, oh, this could be a fun little side project. It's not a side project at all. It's a fucking full-time job to play that game.
All right. Anything else, Mike, or is that it for now?
No, that's it. Octopath Zero's taken up the majority of my time. And then, I also wanted to check out, I played a little bit of that Wario Land game, but only
the GameCube one?
Yeah, and that was is that the one that's on NSO?
They just came out with one on NSO. Yeah. I never played that game on GameCube. I am aware of it, but I never played it actually.
Or Wario World,
that
perhaps.
Might be it.
And I did just want to check that out real quick. And again, fun, cute. I just didn't want to like dive all the way into that when I got so much else going on.
Yeah,
but
I'd like to play that someday.
That's another one I want to revisit.
Yeah, I'd love to play that someday. One day. All right, cool. For me, The only thing I played yesterday was I played a little more of Oblivion. And cool game, man. I'll just tell you what I did yesterday. So me and Micah talked about day one essentially yesterday on Summon Sign. So this is day 2 of me going through the game. I went to a new town. First of all, I found out you could fast travel to any town on the map.
Oh, excellent.
Even if you haven't been there.
Oh.
I was like, oh, so I wasted a lot of time running around this world. But at the same time, I was like leveling up my athletics, which is good because I was running around and I would find some stuff out in the world. Like there is stuff in the world that doesn't pop up in your map till you actually discover it. But like the main settlements, you can just kind of warp to. So I figured that out late though. So I was like, well, I wasted some time, but whatever. It is what it is. So I did that and I went to a new town. I think it's called Coral. It's on the northwest side of the map. I went to the Mage Guild there and I was like, let me join the Mage Guild. And this lizard man was like, sure, you can join the Mage Guild, but go find this lady. She's doing some sketch shit. And I was like, all right, go to an inn, find the lady there. First of all, she looks hideous. She's like a wood elf. Horrible looking. Everything is hideous in this game, by the way, like I said yesterday. And all these alien races or like the different races look like they're just wearing Halloween masks to me. So it's very jarring. Anyways, I found her and she's like, find me this book up in this mountains and bring it to me. I'll translate it. And I went back to the lizard guy and told him she wants me to find a book at the Mage Academy. And he's like, well, don't give her the book. Give me the book when you find it. She's fucking sketch. I was like, all right, find the book. Give it to the lady. Let her translate it. She gave me a note telling me, or like giving me a new quest, essentially saying like, hey, find this item and go back to the hill and you'll get some power kind of thing. She walks out of her room and she's staying out at the inn. I bust into her room. I steal the book from her chest. Then I bring it back to the other lizard boy at the Mage Academy who wanted me to steal in the first place, gave him the book. He was mad I gave it to her first, but he still gave me a recommendation to join the Mage Guild. I was like, cool. So I'm playing both sides right now. And I just think that's so cool that you can do that shit. I love that. Were you about to say something?
No, it's just like, I appreciate that you could like, yeah, you gave her the book and then it's like, yeah, you can go into her room, steal it back.
Yeah.
You know, like I love that type of shit where you made that choice, but you're not 100% locked into it. The book didn't like disappear or like that's it. It's just very realistic.
Yeah, totally. And anyway, she told me to go to this place to get some items, and I don't know where the place is, so I was just kind of looking around the region, and I found a random castle under attack. And when I walked up to the castle, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I got attacked by these dudes. Just defended myself. Apparently, there was the people attacking the castle, and the people who run the castle thanked me, and they gave me the deed to the castle and some long note about the guy who was in charge of before, saying like whoever helps or whatever, kind of this thing becomes the ruler of this castle. So I own a fucking castle now, I guess. And It looks like you can put a bunch of furniture in it, maybe something like that. It looks like there's empty space for all that kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, I guess I own this castle now. But it was really sick because I just stumbled upon it. I was like, this is fucking cool. I like this shit. And it's a really great game. It has a lot of that kind of freedom you were saying, Micah, about where you can just do really weird shit like that and choices. You can kind of play both sides, trick people, all that really cool shit. All that stuff you love in KCD2, you can kind of see the DNA here. And for a game made in 2006, like I said, extremely impressive. I bet at the time it was fucking insane. You know, I missed the boat up, but I could still see why people think so highly of this game and what they love about it, because it is a very ambitious game, especially for the time. Very jank in a lot of ways, but still really fun to play. I'm having a really good time with it, just going at my own pace, not looking at a guide. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know where I'm supposed to go for the most part. But it's been awesome, and I haven't done any of the main quests yet. But I think I might try some of the main quests soon to see what's going on. Because I know there's Oblivion Gates and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, well, I kind of want to see that. I assume that's all main quest stuff. But yeah, shout out to Oblivion. Really interesting, fun game so far. And I feel like this is a game you could play for 100 hours plus easily. It just seems like a massive amount of content in the game.
Oh, I bet. I mean, are you even doing any main stuff yet?
No, I haven't done any of it yet. But I think I will do it now. And it comes with the DLC as well, Shivering Isles, which I haven't touched at all. And I'm sure that's pretty chunky as well. So yeah, big bang for your buck on this one. That's for sure. All right, let's move on to the next story really quick here. This one's for me. A Resident Evil leaker, Dust Golem. So if you know Resident Evil, stuff like this, you might have heard of him. He's a very famous like Resident Evil Capcom leaker. He is the one that leaked Leon being Resident Evil 9 a while ago, months and months ago, and he said Leon was in the game, and he was right. But Dust Golem kind of gave an update on the rumored release of Resident Evil Code Veronica Remake and Zero, and he said that Code Veronica Remake is set to be announced next year. Well, actually, I'll just read what he said. For quote, what I've heard is Resident Evil Code Veronica Remake should be announced next year and released in 2027. Then RE0 Remake releasing the following year in 2028. I'll keep you posted if I hear differently. Great news for me. We get Resident Evil Requiem 9 next year. Then we get Code Veronica the year after that. Then Zero the year after that. One a year, baby. They are firing on all cylinders, and I'll take it. I'll take a Resident Evil game once a year. I'm still not burnt out on those games. So... sounds fucking awesome to me. And especially because I think these two games need remakes. They can really deal with it. Because Code Veronica is kind of like... it's like a mainline game, essentially. It's not a numbered entry, but story-wise, it's like a mainline one to me. Especially if you want to play 5. And Zero, of course, is a prequel. So there's some cool ideas in Zero, but I think there's a lot you could do to fix or make it better. And hopefully they will, because the remake games, for the most part, have been really great. And I'm excited, man. I'm taking more Resident Evil games. Micah, as not a huge Resident Evil fan yet, we'll see what 9, if you play 9 or anything like that. But what do you think about this?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm excited for all the other fans, especially like Colin, loves these games. Mm-hmm. And these are fun for us to experience together, not like passing the controller back and forth or anything. But when he plays horror games, I get to look away when I want to and still enjoy the story, because I do just struggle with them. I always want to play them, but there's definitely a barrier to entry for me of I get too freaked out and I stop playing them. Mm-hmm. So I look forward to when he plays horror games. Like, it was nice watching him play through Silent Hill F. I liked the story. Yeah. It was cool. I got to look away frequently. But so I look forward to these, because even if I don't play it myself, Colin plays them and I get to see him that way. Excellent.
Hell yeah. Day one, baby, on all 3 of those. Easy. All right. Next little quick game announcement as well. Divinity Original Sin is now on Switch 2, which is Larian. They're the developers behind Baldur's Gate 3. This is their game before that. This is the game that got me into CRPGs. And I think this game is really awesome. It's definitely lower budget than Baldur's Gate 3 in a lot of ways, but it's still a really cool game. On Switch 2 now, though. Micah, what about you? You think maybe you take a dip in this game? Check it out?
I think so, actually. These are games that have always somewhat intrigued me, but I never pulled the trigger on actually checking them out. And watching this trailer, I kept thinking, yeah, I might give this a go. Yeah. Half the barrier for entry for me is just like, is it on Switch? Is it on my beloved stinky little Switch?
Now it is.
So, yeah, I think I might. Is this like as complicated as Baldur's Gate 3? Is it more simplistic?
No, it's complicated from what I remember. Baldur's Gate 3 is like D&D rules. Mm-hmm. And this is not as strict in like D&D rules from what I remember. It's been a long time since I played it, but it was like the first CRPG I played really and got into. So I think it's a decent first comer game. I had a lot of fun playing it. Really awesome.
These are games that like for years I've been intrigued by, but just in the landscape of like everything there was to play, when it comes to like, do I want to spend my money on something I'm unsure about? And you kind of try and reserve those purchases for things that you're like, I feel pretty good that I'm going to like this. Yeah. But, putting it on Switch, I'll probably try this out.
Yeah. Check it out. Okay. Very nice. All right. Funny little announcement here. Bleach, the manga/anime, is coming to Fortnite. Now, Micah, I know you like Dragon Ball, you like Naruto, stuff like that. Yes. What about Bleach? Does this excite you?
I've never seen it, actually.
Oh, okay.
No, I've never seen Bleach. It's a show that I was always curious about, but God, so like when I got into Naruto, for example, it's like there was so much of it. I was years late, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
catching up on years worth of episodes. And the same with Dragon Ball Z, of course, big show. And then I was trying to get into Super, a whole thing. So I never made time to check out Bleach. Is it a show that you like?
I did like Bleach. I never finished it. Wait, I finished the manga. I didn't. No, wait, no, I didn't. I didn't finish it, actually, now I think about it. I think I saw some of the last chapter, but Bleach ended a while ago. I did like Bleach. I did not like it as much as like Naruto or One Piece, though. But it was good from what I remember. It's been so long since I've seen it, but it was definitely one of the people, as they used to say, the big three manga, shonen manga. So yeah, I think if you like shonen stuff, you'll probably enjoy it. Um, Happy to see it. It's cool. I assume Ichigo. It looks like Ichigo, probably Rukia. I forgot, like Inoue or Hime. I forgot some of their names. It's been too long from like it's been a long time since I've looked at like 10 plus years probably or more since I've looked at a lot of this stuff. But I remember enjoying Bleach, so it's cool. Not One Piece still in Fortnite, which is crazy to me because it's by far the biggest. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe that's like Toei or some shit.
I mean, that's their save for a rainy day type thing, right? Like
Maybe.
that's their, we need an influx of money, and it's like press the One Piece button.
Yeah. But they've already done like Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball is like fucking gigantic as well. Done Naruto, My Hero Academia, I guess. I don't know. But One Piece, I'll be there day one. I won't buy anyone from Bleach, but it's cool. It's coming. Happy to see it regardless. All right. Next quick little thing. Mega Man Dual Override was announced at the Game Awards. This Colin joint really, I've never seen Colin so shocked / happy in my life.
And he had them stupid fucking glasses.
Yeah, he
on.
didn't take them off. He just wore them the entire
time. He was too shocked. He was too shocked to do anything about it.
Yeah, his mouth was like open the entire time. But he's our resident humongous Mega Man fan. Like all of us pretty much the network enjoy Mega Man games, but he is by far the biggest fan I know of the classic Mega Man, at least. I know Maddie likes some of the newer ones, like what was it? Fucking Battle Network and all that kind of stuff. I never played those, so I don't know. But anyways, new Mega Man game. It's been a long time. The last one was Mega Man 11, a new game. And this kind of looks like, I'm not super familiar with all this Mega Man stuff, but it looks like there's some elements from past games in here. So this might be like a mishmash of kind of Mega Man things. It's not Mega Man 12 or anything like that. But it's coming out in 2027. So a little over a year to go at least until this comes out. But this is coming out on Switch 2 and Switch 1, which is pretty interesting. So it's going to be everywhere regardless. I'm really thrilled to see Mega Man return. I enjoy those Mega Man games. And in my opinion, he looks pretty good here. I like his design. Maka. I called you Mega Man and Micah combined. What do you think? Are you interested in checking out Mega Man Dual Override?
I'm not, but I'm extremely excited for Colin because he's gonna fucking love it.
Yeah,
I hope it's fantastic. I do. I like the design. I think the game looks great. I'm just not a Mega Man enthusiast.
You're not really into platforming games, so it makes sense.
I'm not. It's got to be very special. Like it's got to be Kirby or Yoshi. Those are the ones that I'm willing to put in the effort. I just love them so much.
The baby platformers, yeah.
And part of it is just that. Yeah, there's like Yoshi games definitely do. They have the added bonus of like you got his like flutter jump, you know, so it's like I'm about to die. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm all right. And so yeah, it makes it easier for me. And they're also just so cute that when I get annoyed, I the annoyance is a little less because I look at Kirby's sweet little face and I'm like, we can do this, bud. We can do this.
He's so wholesome, yeah. Very wholesome. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, Mega Man Overdrive 2027. Great news. Happy to see Mega Man not dead come out of his crypt. He's alive once again. Good shit.
Oh my God. And it wasn't just like a Fortnite announcement or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like the real fear at first. It's like, oh God, it's going to be Mega Man. It's going to be
he's
like
in Apex Legends. I'll be like, okay.
A game as a service. It's going to be like, oh Jesus.
This new mobile game.
What are they going to do?
Yeah, but it's actually
exactly,
looks like a proper
mobile
Mega
game.
Man. Yeah, it's a proper
not the other chaotic possibility.
Console Mega Man game. So I'll take it all day, baby. Happy to see Mega Man back because it is a staple of Capcom. So you got to treat that blue bomber with some respect.
And because, too, you just really never know when something is going to just hit. Like this could end up being huge.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh my God, people are clamoring, not just 10 people, like tens of people clamoring for more Mega Man,
Yeah.
So it's like,
Tens.
it's good to reinvigorate a series because it's like, who knows? It could end up not being very popular and Capcom's like, we knew it. We knew you people were over Mega Man.
Yeah.
But it could also end up being amazing. And people love it, and they say, all right, let's make 3 more. Let's greenlight a couple more of these. Yeah. So I hope it goes very well for all the Mega Man fans.
Me too. All right. I just saw this yesterday, and I was kind of surprised this wasn't at the Game Awards, honestly. But Silksong, oh, fuck. Wrong tab. Hold Dustin. There we go. Silksong is getting DLC coming out in 2026 called Sea of Sorrow. And it's free for everybody.
Excellent.
And which is great news. I fucking loved Silksong. It was awesome. That is a massive game already. And they're adding more content. It's just like kind of crazy to me. Team Cherry, and that game was $20. It's insane how much content is in that game and how cheap it was for it. And free DLC. I assume it's going to be like a new zone or two and some new bosses, which sounds great to me. But there was a little trailer of it. It looks like some water around Hornet kind of going on. So maybe you go underwater or something like that. It has sea theming. So that's cool with me. But also, a nice little nugget as well. Hollow Knight is getting a Switch 2 version for free if you have it on Switch already. So you're getting a free 2 Switch version right there. So that's pretty nice, dude. Right off the bat. Team Cherry, very generous on that front.
Yeah, very, very gamer friendly here.
Yeah, super gamer friendly. I know you're not really into Hollow Knight or Metroidvanias, all that kind of stuff, but do you have any thoughts on this?
I mean, I think it's cool that they're already doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I would not have expected a DLC so soon. I would not have expected it to be free. I mean, this is awesome for everyone who's a big fan of the game. Yeah. No, I mean, you and Gene did not sugarcoat how difficult some sections of the game were. Mm-hmm. And so I just said, no, it's not for me.
Yeah. It's definitely not a game for everybody and not a game I can recommend for everybody. But if you're into that kind of shit, I think it's excellent.
I know. That's a game to recommend if you wanted to end our friendship.
Yeah.
Then just to be like, yeah, Micah, you'll love it.
Yeah. You would love the characters, I think, in the game. Because they're very cute, a lot of them. Cute.
The design is fantastic. It's a game that I watch other people play and say, I love the look of this. Yeah. But no, it's not something that I actually find fun to play. Yeah. Like, it just is. There's a lot of games that, like Divinity, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to check that out now. You know, you put that on my console, now I'm going to play it. This is still too far.
Yeah.
Still a bridge too far for
We're
me.
not there yet. Yeah. All right, Michael, let's get into the meaty topic of the show, which is the Game Awards and all that kind of stuff. Now, we talked about some games that are announced there, but it was last week, so we're going to go through a lot of the show. I'm going to go through all the winners right here, so if you don't want spoilers for the Game Awards, if you want to watch it later or something like that, duck out for a little bit. So, I'm going to read this just off Video Games Chronicle, just their list. I'm going to start from the bottom and move my way up, just because the last one is the Game of the Year. Let's see. Best esports team. We don't give a shit about this at all. Team Vitality, Counter-Strike 2. You know, I'm just going to skip the ones that we don't give a fuck about. Best esports team, we don't care about. Best esports athlete, we don't care about. Best esports game, Counter-Strike 2, sure. Content Creator of the Year, Moist Critical, Player's Voice, Wuthering Waves won this one. I wonder if they gave out free gacha spins or something like that if it won. I think some gacha games have done that in the past, so to get votes for it. And it won. Wuthering Waves beat Claire Obscure right there. Most anticipated game was Grand Theft Auto 6. Not surprising, I suppose. Best adaptation. I'm going to read the nominees on this one. There was the Minecraft movie, Devil May Cry, The Last of Us Season 2, Splinter Cell Death Watch, and Until Dawn. The Last of Us 2, or Last of Us Part 2, or Season 2 won. What do you think of that, Micah? Because I know you watched that show.
Yeah, and, you know, we had a lot of criticisms for Season 2, so it was fine. Like, it was good, not great. I liked the first season better. But that being said, I haven't seen these other adaptations. I've definitely heard that the Until Dawn movie was not great. I've definitely heard that Devil May Cry was not great.
Yeah.
So, and I did not watch Minecraft. That just looked like meme fest for children, which is fine.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
fun.
for me. You know, I'll just be the old person to say like, no, that definitely was not made for me. I love Minecraft. I have no idea what the hell's going on in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it is surprising to me that Sonic 3 didn't make the list here at all.
Yeah.
Was Fallout last year or the year before that? I can't remember. And maybe it was the year before that.
It must have been, right? There's no way they would have skipped over
there's
that.
no way they would have slept on that. So that might have been that 2020.
Okay, yeah, it says first episode April 2024.
Okay, so it was nominated that year. Okay, makes total sense.
Yeah,
then.
and season 2 starts this month.
Yeah. So very strange not to see Sonic on there because Sonic was probably one of the better ones. So weird. Best multiplayer game nominees were Arc Raiders, Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction, and Arc Raiders was the winner. And I get it. I like Arc Raiders a lot. Makes sense to me. Kind of captured the world by storm for a little bit. Really cool game. Not mad at that win. Happy to see it. Best sports/racing game. EA Sports was nominated. Football Club, F1 25, Mario Kart World Rematch, Slow Cap, which is that soccer game, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and Mario Kart World won it right there. So Nintendo got an award right there. Best Sim Strategy game, The Alters, 11-bit. Final Fantasy Tactics, Jurassic World Evolution, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Tempest Rising, 2 Point Museum, and Final Fantasy Tactics was the winner. I'm really happy to see that. Interesting that it's like a remake/remaster. More of a remaster, I guess. But I adore that game, so I'm really happy to see it win there. Best Family Game, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Lego Party, Lego Voyagers, Mario Kart World, Sonic Racing, Split Fiction. Winner was Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm stoked about that. I love me some Donkey Kong.
I'm very happy for that.
I saw people complaining about that. They're like, well, can't even play with your family. It's not multiplayer. It's like, bitch, it's a game for the entire family. That's the point. It's not like about playing the family all as one unit at one time. It's a game for the entire family. That's the point.
Yeah.
Fucks.
I don't think it has to be a party style game to qualify for that. It's like part of the fun of that game would be like as a parent, let's say there are more challenging sections as we know.
Hand it over to dad or mom.
Yeah, dad takes over for the more challenging bit. Dad, points things out on screen for you to run over to. Like it's absolutely a game that parents could enjoy playing with their kids.
Yeah. So shout out. That's the second award for Nintendo. I think that's all they won that night. Speaking of Nintendo, they were pretty absent at the Game Awards. They showed like a little bit of a Mario Galaxy movie, a little bit, but it didn't look like really anything new, honestly. I was like, oh, that's surprising. Your presence was very weak here compared to some years, so I don't know. But that's Nintendo. Maybe they just don't give a fuck or care about that because, I mean, the big three can kind of do whatever they want. So, but I don't know. Expect a little more, maybe.
That's the thing. It's surprising because, yes, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo all have their own events. We all know that. Mm-hmm. But when you know that it's going to be this many eyes on an event, you do think like, well, do you put something in it?
Yeah.
So it is surprising when it seems to be so little from these big companies. Like, I'm not telling you to make your biggest announcement of the year. I'm not telling you to announce Last of Us 3 at the Game Awards. But it's surprising how little presence some of these brands have simply because it's like, dude, everybody's watching this,
Yeah, it is a little strange to me, but whatever. It doesn't fucking matter, I guess. It doesn't matter because they'll have a direct in January or February like that, how they always do. And we'll get an idea what's to come next year because we don't know a whole lot for Nintendo next year. We know Tomodachi Life is supposedly 2026. Yes. And Animal Crossing is getting the update. Is that this month or next month? I forgot.
That's January.
Okay.
Because I was considering getting into it for holiday break, but it's like no, the update's not till January. So
we don't know a lot of I guess standalone games or not remaster kind of stuff like that outside of Tomodachi Life off the top of my head.
Yeah, and Fire Emblem comes out 2026.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
That's going to be a big one, but aside from that. For first party. Oh, and Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is also 2026.
You're right. Okay, so we'll probably see a little more of that, get some ideas when that's coming out. I'm guessing those will all be spring games, except Fire Emblem, I feel like, will be later. Summer.
And that'd be fine with me to kind of spread them out a bit, just because for non-first party, we got The Adventures of Elliot. We got Dragon Quest VII Remake.
Mhm.
I mean, we have
Feasting.
already a busy calendar for
Yep,
next
we're
year.
feasting.
So spread the games out.
Absolutely. Love it. All right. Let's see here. Best fighting game. 2XKO, Capcom Fighting Collection, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and Virtua Fighter 5 Revo, and Fatal Fury City of the Wolves was the winner. Best RPG. Avowed, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, The Outer Worlds 2, Monster Hunter Wilds. The winner was Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
Start throwing tomatoes. I've thrown so many tomatoes at this point.
Florida Man wrote in and said, Micah, I need a 15-minute rant about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 not winning best game ever made of the year. Or RPG.
That's it. I wanted it to win something.
Yeah.
It really does feel like a major oversight that it didn't win anything. But I don't know. I'll tell people that it's a fantastic game, full of heart, really fun to play, combat that is hard to master, but like you can pick it up and figure it out. Like it's rewarding, it's satisfying. It's an excellent game. I do just wish it had gotten a little more attention, but I don't know. I don't know what the people at the outlets play, obviously, and so it's like if it didn't get as much shine for Expedition 33, it's like, what can you do?
What can you do? What can you fucking do?
You bomb the Game Awards next year is what you can do.
In
Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
In Muppet World.
In Muppet World in Disney Infinity. All
Put
right.
a fucking IED in that stupid dog's piano. That's what you can fucking do.
Okay, you do it.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft. All right. Best action adventure game, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Split Fiction. Great category, honestly. A lot of great entries in here I was really happy with. Hollow Knight Silksong took it, though. I mean, I love Silksong, so I'll take it all day. Best action game, Battlefield 6, Doom the Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Shinobi Art of Vengeance. The winner was Hades 2. What do you think about that, Micah?
I like it enough to be happy that it won something. You know, we got into it a bit on Summon Sign. I don't love it as much as I loved the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first game to me is just perfect.
Yeah.
And this one, I got some qualms with it. But I'm happy it won something because I do like it. And I do just enjoy this series, and the art especially is just beautiful.
Yeah.
And the music is great. So yeah, I'm happy that it won something. I can't compare it though. I watched Colin play Doom the Dark Ages. I didn't play it myself. So, you know, it's one of those things of like, and I definitely did not play Battlefield 6. So yeah, I'm liking Hades 2 getting something.
Sure. All right, BS or best VR/AR game, Alien Rogue Incursion, Arcane Age, Ghost Town, Marvel's Deadpool VR, and the Midnight Walk. Midnight Walk won it. I actually wanted to play this game, but I have not yet. It looks really cool. It has like a weird kind of Nightmare Before Christmas art style to it. I heard it's good, but I just haven't gotten around to playing yet. Maybe next Halloween I can get closer to that. We'll see. Best mobile game, your favorite. Here we go. Destiny Rising, Persona 5 Phantom X, Sonic Rumble, Uma Masasume. I forgot how you say this, dude. Uma Masasume. And Wuthering Waves, that's the horse racing game where you're anime girls. That won, so the weebs win again. Best debut indie game, Blueprints, Claire Obscure, Dispatch, and Despolite. How do you say? Wait. Peloti? I don't know how you say it.
Eloti, the corn with all the shit on it. That's what that is.
Okay.
It's the corn on the cob. It's got all the stuff on it.
Oh, right, yeah. I'm not really into that, but shout out to all you.
I've never tried it. I don't think I'd like it.
Claire won, so there you go. Another Claire Obscure win. Mike is upset.
Throwing even more tomatoes at
More
this
tomatoes.
point.
Best independent game. Nominees were Absalom, Ball Pit, Blueprints, Claire Obscure, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight. Claire Obscure wins again. Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, No Man's Sky. I honestly have no idea what Baldur's Gate has done this year. I just haven't been paying attention, but like was looking at Fortnite, dude. They had fucking Simpsons in there and shit like that. It's like, damn, that was pretty
right?
cool.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate beat it? Oh, okay, dude. I don't know what they added, but all right. Best ongoing game, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky won it. They must be doing crazy shit over there. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that shocked me.
People love it.
Oh, I'm surprised anyone's still playing it. I mean, I played No Man's Sky when it came out, and you know, I was there for the moment. But it's like, wait, people are still playing this? My God.
Yeah.
And I say that, you know, you could say, well, Micah, you play Minecraft occasionally. It's like, yeah, like once a year, I play Minecraft for a week.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
It's just one of those things of like, yeah, I return to it periodically and get a little sniff of it.
Yeah,
but
a little sniff.
I'm shocked that there's still a community playing No Man's Sky. It's old.
Yeah,
and empty.
It is. Yeah, I played it for a little bit. I wasn't too into it, but that was like years ago. Not for me.
We were all into the promise. We were all into what they promised us. And then when you actually got the game and it's like fucking, it's like going to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Gotcha, bitch.
It's half empty. Yeah, you know, it's like, where's Charles E. Cheese? And they're like, he's not here.
Yeah.
You got this guy instead.
And he got arrested.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Games for Impact, Consume Me, Despoliti, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, South of Midnight, and Wonder Stop. I only played South of Midnight on here, and I don't think it was very good. So I'm kind of surprised it won. It was the winner.
Impactful, Brad? Was it impactful?
No, I don't know. Not for me.
I laughed so hard too when it's like, I don't know, they go up on stage and it's like it's just like two white people talking about this game about black people and how important it was. And it's like, where is one? You couldn't find one to send up here?
No. And
you couldn't find one to send up here? I mean, like, who made this game? Where are the blacks? I say that because it's like, well, because everyone was upset. Everyone was upset because Ghost of Tsushima was made by white people.
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
like,
that was weird, dude.
Here's a game about black people. Where are the blacks?
Yeah.
Show them to me.
Yeah.
Did any of them work on this game, and why aren't they here? How hard would that have been?
I liked the visuals in that game a lot. I remember. I liked the vibe of it,
cool.
the music.
Cool. I remember the music being cool from the stream I watched.
Yeah, it was cool. The story, I think the ending kind of soured me on that game. But the gameplay, oh boy, super boring.
Not a good ooh boy.
No,
it was a bad ooh boy.
It was one of the only games I've played in a long time where I put the difficulty down to the lowest option just so I could get through combat as fast as possible. Because it was that boring and tedious.
That's a Micah move right there.
Yeah, it was a full-on Micah move. I was like, dude, just get me out of here.
But I'm like, I just want to physically see what happens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Innovation in accessibility. Nominees were Assassin's Creed Shadows, Atomfall, Doom the Dark Ages, Esports, or EA Sports, not Esports, EA Sports Football Club 26, and South of Midnight and Doom the Dark Ages 1. There you go. Best Performance, Ben Starr from Claire Obscure, Charlie Cox from Claire Obscure, Erika Ishii, Ghost of Yote, Jennifer English, Claire Obscure, Konatsu Kato from Silent Hill F, and Troy Baker as Indiana Jones. I mean, all three of these are great. All the nominees are really good. Jennifer English won, though, as Mael, Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate. I was kind of surprised not to see one person from Death Stranding 2 nominated here. Not one. And I was like, damn, they were good in the game. Anyone from KCD 2?
Exactly, but like Death Stranding was shocking.
Yeah.
Rainey, she was great. Like just thinking of just various characters in that game, I'm like,
a lot of people were fucking awesome in that game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm someone who watched the game, didn't play it, and I got so attached to them. You know, it's like I'm not even the one who's playing it, but it's like, yeah, I thought Fragile was great. I don't know. I really enjoyed watching Colin play that, and it shocks me that. But it's like, I don't know. You give 3 nominations to one game, it's hogging all the spots.
Yeah. Best Audio Design, Battlefield 6, Claire Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, and Silent Hill F, and the winner was Battlefield 6. Battlefield has great audio. I've spent like 30 hours of Battlefield this year. The audio is really good, really important to that game, so shout out. Best Score in Music, let's see, we had Hollow Knight Silksong, Hades 2, Claire Obscure, Ghost of Yote, and Death Stranding 2, and the winner was Clair Obscur. Sure, I'll take that. Has a great soundtrack, so I got no problem.
It was good. If I was gonna give it an award, absolutely that one.
Great soundtrack.
I got those stupid songs stuck in my head for a long time. Yeah.
Best art direction: Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong. Clair Obscur won it. I would have given it to Hollow Knight personally out of these ones, or Death Stranding, but it is what it is.
Dude, I mean, Death Stranding, I was genuinely like shocked at some of the vistas in that game. Like I was just watching Colin play it and thinking, this is an incredible feat. Like, look at this. If this would be something, if I showed my grandpa, I'd be like, what are you watching on TV there? It's like, this is, Discovery Channel, like, it's like, no, it's aren't real mountains, grandpa. Like, it looked incredible.
Yeah.
So that one's a little bit of a bummer for me, because I do really think that game was exceptional in how it looked.
Oh yeah, and just like the character designs, I thought were fucking insane in that game. Like all the robots and the mechs, the way they looked, so cool. Higgs, the way he looked in that game, amazing.
Yeah.
Coffins, yeah. So good.
But I'll say this is a tough category, because Clair Obscur had a very distinct look to it.
Yeah.
Just right away from their outfits that they wear, their little uniforms and everything. Like, it was very stylish. The enemies were quite unique. Colin and I remarked that they reminded us of Scarlet Nexus in a good way, because that's a game that we both were like, these enemies are freaky.
Yeah, Scarlet Nexus is a cool game, dude. Shout out.
Yeah.
Can we get a sequel to that? God.
That'd be one to revisit, right? Yeah. I don't know. But so I can't be upset that it won this.
No, I'm not upset about it at all.
This was a stacked category.
Very stacked.
Of like, geez.
Very stacked. I think this next one's stacked as well. Best Narrative: Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2, Silent Hill F. Clair Obscur won it. I'd personally give it to, I think, Silent Hill F or Death Stranding 2. Well, Death Stranding 2 kind of has some more faults, I would say. Honestly, Kingdom Come 2 has a really great narrative as well. I really like that as well. But I think I would go Silent Hill F.
It's not maybe as like...
It's not as like
it's not as many
shocking.
Twists and turns.
Yeah,
exactly. Like Silent Hill F is a game that... no spoilers at all. Silent Hill F is a game, though, that it continually subverts your expectations and surprises you. And I also just feel like it was very genuine. It's a game that me, as a 32-year-old woman watching this game, thought it was incredibly thoughtful and thought-provoking. So I really appreciated what they did with that story. And I don't know. I maybe would have chose that out of this list, even over KCD 2, which is an awesome hero's journey, but it's a hero's journey. Silent Hill F just really it really surprised me.
Yeah.
With what they tackled and how.
Yeah. And I know Clair Obscur is a very like emotional, I guess, storyline and all that kind of stuff, very involved. And I get it. There's just parts of that story you and me kind of are like, not as attached to, I would say. I'm not going to say what it is.
Absolutely.
But Silent Hill F, really, I was like, holy shit, that was crazy.
Yeah, no spoilers at all. But Clair Obscur is a game that I thought the story was cool. Okay. But I didn't find myself attached the same way as Kingdom Come: Deliverance, where I genuinely was of like, bro, if something happens to Henry, put me on watch. Yeah. All right. Like, I'm not going to be okay. I just didn't have that same, like, Expedition 33 was exciting, cool. I really enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
It just didn't hook me emotionally the same way, And Silent Hill F is a game that's like, I didn't even play it, and I'm still thinking about it. Yeah. I'm still thinking about that main storyline. It really just kind of stuck with me.
Yeah. But shout out Clair Obscur. I totally get it. Makes sense to me why it won Best Narrative. I understand.
I mean, hot old man deserves to win. What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Best Game Direction: Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, Split Fiction. The winner was Clair Obscur. Sure. I'm not mad at that. I wouldn't have picked it, but I'm not mad at that at all.
I'm a little mad. Only because... A little mad just because I think something like Split Fiction, which I did not personally play, but have heard a lot about from my friends. I think something like that, it was just like, man, that's a really cool idea. and really interesting execution of it. So it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
just
with Split Fiction, maybe it feels like a little more similar, I guess, to like take it. What was it called? It Takes Two, like the 2-player side scrolling.
I mean, that's what
it's what they do, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
But it's just the idea. That's the thing. It's like, that is what they do. Maybe they have kind of lost their sparkle with the awards crowd because it's no longer innovative.
Mm-hmm.
It's what they're known for and what they're good at. But it's like, yeah, it's another, fantastic co-op experience that people really enjoyed. And it stood out to me for that. It's not one of their titles that I wanted to play. Like, people kept asking Colin and I to play it. And it's like, neither of us want to play this.
Right, yeah.
But I respect the hustle. And I wanted another crazy Joseph Fares speech. So I didn't get that this year.
Yep. And Game of the Year, Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, winner, Clair Obscur. There you go. It was their year.
It was.
They cleaned up, dude. Congratulations to Sandfall. Great game. Happy for him. Good job, guys. You're a little upset, Micah.
I'm not. I will. What do they need my congratulations for? They already got all the awards. All right. What you need me to say? Good job.
Good job.
All right. You got the money. You got my money. I bought it. You got the awards. You don't need me to say congratulations.
Yeah. Fair.
You can just edit that out, and then I'll just say congratulations.
Micah, below that, if you see, there's everything that was shown at the Game Awards. Every game. Quite a bit of games on here. This list, I'm just going to list some games that I thought looked really cool in the Game Awards, and there's a lot of them I'm interested in. Of course, Mega Man, Star Wars: Fate of the Old Republic. That's Maddie's joint. He was all about that.
Maddie was losing his mind.
Yep. Control Resident. I like the first Control a lot. This one looks really cool. More of a melee focus this time around. Seems sick. Tomb Raider Catalyst and Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis seem decent. I'm curious about those. Looking forward to it. Divinity, of course, the next big RPG from Larian, very exciting. Toxic Commando, it looks all right. Galactic Racers could be cool. Decrepit looks interesting to me. That first person, like dark horror fantasy game. Pragmata, definitely. Bradley the Badger, I'm interested in. I'm trying to see everything else here that looked cool to me. Coven of the Chicken Foot looked weird to me, like that lady that had the chicken feet, that granny. That was from a guy that did The Last of Us Part 1 with Neil Druckmann. This is his new studio. Resident Evil Requiem, definitely. Order of the Seeking Star, I don't even remember what that is.
That was a puzzling game. It's the one where, that's the one like they went back out and it's like this huge map and you're going from like land to land, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, okay, I do remember that. That did look kind of cool, actually.
The one?
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what it is. That's the Jonathan Blow game, I think.
Yes, that's the man.
Exodus, which is like the spiritual successor to Mass Effect, I actually think looked pretty cool. Screamer looked funny to me. It looked like a racing RPG. I'm into that.
That was really, I'm like, okay, we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. Warlock Dungeons and Dragons could be cool as just a CG trailer. It's that lady from Battlestar Galactica. I've never seen it, but I know people like that show, so maybe it'll be cool.
It sucks. Don't watch it.
Okay. Skip. Gang of Dragon. This is the former Yakuza guys' new game, and it looks exactly like Yakuza. So there you go. There's a new one for you to have. Lego Batman. Down. Super down. Let's see here. Bond. I'm interested in. I'll definitely check out First Light when that comes out. Lords of the Fallen 2. I'll check out. Saros, of course. No Law. That was like that first person. He like kicked the guy off a roof in it. I remember. And I was like, that looks sick. I'll try that out. Total Warhammer 40K. I've always wanted to get in the Total Warhammer games and try them out. I just haven't got around to it. So it's cool they're doing 40K. Ace Combat 8. One of those diehard or cult franchises that I don't have a lot of experience with. And I need to play more of those Ace Combat games because I know people love them. So shout out. Out of Words could be cool. It's like that. Those kids that don't have like mouths or whatever. That platforming game.
Yeah.
Phantom Blade. Of course, Phantom Blade 0. I'm there day one. Really stoked for that. Neo 3 I'll definitely play. And High Guard was not a good final game to show there at all. But I'm curious about it. I'll check it out when it's like that free beta or whatever. I don't have any expectations of it, but I'll check it out. Anyways, that's a lot of games I know that I'm looking forward to at the Game Awards. What about you, Mike? Is there anything standing out to you that you're like, yeah, I'm in.
The Tomb Raider games for sure,
Mm-hmm.
because I like the Tomb Raider reboot series, so I'm definitely gonna check that out. Pragmata is one that I am now interested in, so we'll see how
Hell
I
yeah.
feel about that. A lot of these I agreed with you on, but that duet Night Abyss game
Mm-hmm.
looks weird. Not sure, but I'm interested.
Not sure.
I gotta see more.
Yeah.
It's fun. I don't know. It's like it's another weird anime RPG, but I say, well, I love those, so
Sure. Yeah.
we'll check that out.
Yeah.
I'll see about it. But yeah, no, a lot of these you already mentioned. Lego Batman, Gang of Dragon, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're there.
You know what?
We're gonna be there.
Also, shout out to the Free Shepherd, where it looks like you're that dog herding sheep and stuff. I'll check
I
that
might
game
have
out.
missed that one.
It's at the top right, I think, if you look at that list.
Yeah, I had
Second
missed
row.
part of the show because Colin and I switched our workout windows that day so he could do the live stream. So I took the late window.
Gotcha.
And then I missed like a chunk of the Game Awards.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you're
This
like a
is
sheepdog
interesting.
going around herding stuff. Sounds
I
kind of cool
love
to me.
dogs.
Yeah, I love dogs. So we're in. All right, let's get some listener write-ins here about the Game Awards. Robbie wrote in and said the Game Awards was pretty terrible this year. Seemed way too long and not enough cozy games. Expedition 33 was a good game, but no way did it deserve that many awards for Game of the Year. This is exactly why you don't trust the industry and just listen purely for entertainment. Thanks, Robbie. What do you think of that, Micah?
I mean, it is true to a degree. I always say that, like, when I'm waiting for a review, I want to make sure the game's not broken, not a complete waste of time, but I don't necessarily skip a game because it reviewed poorly. It's like, well, why? And that's why you got to dig into actually reading it, not just looking at a score. So, yeah, if you generally don't align with some of these outlets on their reviews, you can absolutely say, I'm probably not going to align with some of their award show stuff that's given out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do I think the show was like too long? I think we're getting there. I kept making jokes in the chat because people were like, "How much longer?" I was like, 3 more days. Like, 2 more days. Like, it does feel like this show is very long.
It is very long
for the amount of actual like big games getting announced. And there's that whole thing of like them rushing through some awards, and then you get a bunch of commercials. It does just kind of feel like, I don't know, we're kind of going in 2 different directions here. You got it. It feels like we're just really moving more and more towards showcase versus the actual awards being the focus.
Yeah, fair. I don't think this was a terrible year, though. Honestly, I think there's a lot of.
No, I
good
wouldn't
shit
call it
there.
terrible.
Yeah, I think
was
there's a lot
angsty,
of good games,
but I wouldn't call it terrible.
Yeah, I think it did feel long, but in terms of some of the games shown, dude, there's a lot of good shit, but definitely not for everybody. That's for sure. All right, this is from Sweet Baby Ray. Wow, barbecue sauce. Hello, Micah and Brad. Do you guys feel that Claire Obscure's sweep at the Game Awards was justified? What did you all think of the announcement of Stupid Never Dies? I really want to hear what Micah has to say about that game. I'll scream no homo as I wipe my butt and listen. It's a deep lore cut right there.
Very.
All right, let's start with the first part. Do you feel that Claire Obscure's sweep of the Game Awards was justified? I will say, yeah. I don't think... I mean, I wouldn't vote for it all the time, but I understand why it won. It resonated with a lot of people. And like you and me talked about on Summon Sign yesterday is like, I'm not really into participation trophies and shit like this. I just think whatever the winner, if it wins a bunch of stuff, it wins a bunch of stuff. It is what it is. I don't believe in spreading the field for good feelings and stuff like that. But what do you think?
No, I agree. I don't want you to say you can only win 3 awards, because when something's truly exceptional and everyone seemingly agrees on it, then they deserve to win what they're voted for. But as we kind of went down that list and discussed, there are some of those awards where I'm like, I would have given it to that one. So it's like, do I feel like it's 100% like, oh, absolutely, I agree with all the awards that won? No. Give it game of the year, fine. But there are some of the things on that list as we went down it that I'm like, yeah, I absolutely would have given that to this game or this game instead.
Okay. What did you think of Stupid Never Dies? So that was the game that had like that pop punk soundtrack where it's like the guy and the girl, and it looked like an action kind of game fighting around. It's on that list. If you scroll down.
I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at. Like I watched the trailer again, And it's like, I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
It reminded me of like a Suda 51 game or something like that. So, I mean, I'll keep an eye on it. Could be cool.
Show me more of it later,
but
it didn't hook me right away. Sure, I'll say that.
That's fair. All right, JP wrote and said, "Hey, Punching Him crew, if you could change 2 to 3 things about the Game Awards for next year, what would they be? Whether that's a change to the show structure, maybe there's a game genre that you think is is underrepresented that you'd like to see get more shine, or maybe you just want to see Keeley with a mustache. P.S. I'd like to issue a stand down and sort out to anyone complaining about the Game Awards being cringe. The gaming audience as a whole might have some of the cringiest people in existence, so let's not be throwing stones from our glass house."
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's totally fair. Anything you'd change, Micah? What would you do? Would you
it's hard to say.
Miss Piggy, killer?
I would maybe not involve the Muppets so much, but honestly, it's hard to say because as our first writing from Robbie had said, like, not enough cozy games. And it's like, oh, I agree. I love cozy games. But then those are the ones people always complain about. Mm-hmm. It's the problem with a showcase, like this is that you do have all sorts of gamers and you just all different tastes. So it's like, would I like to see more cozy stuff? Yeah. But then other people will be throwing tomatoes in the chat.
Yeah.
But it's like, I do feel like there could be some more variety. It did feel like we got a lot of anime action games that were at a certain point hard to tell apart. Mm-hmm. So I would maybe have fewer of those. I would slow down some of the awards. It like I said on Summon Sign, it's like when they're rattling off these awards, like you could at least put the camera on the dev so you can wave at the camera or something. Good God. At least let the man wave. Hello, thank you. Something. And then it's like, all right, I did the next thing, So I would slow down the actual awards and have some more of those. Keely's outfit this year was okay. I think a tie would have been nice. It was almost like he was going for that, like, I'm formal, but I'm approachable. And I always just say you're formal or you're not.
Look, I'll be honest. I think he always goes a little too extra on whatever he's wearing. It just he never does it for me. I don't know.
It's his fashion show.
He always puts on his own flair, which I appreciate, but it just doesn't work for me. No offense. Yeah. For me, I would cut a fuck ton of these categories. Best esports, gone. Best esports athlete, gone. Best esports game, gone. Content creator of the year, gone. All that kind of shit would be out.
Games for Impact, gone.
I mean, I guess you could keep that one, but those other like those 3 I just listed, gone completely. Dude, honestly, like best action adventure, dude, fucking cut that shit. It's like that is such a messy genre already. You need to like get more specific with some of these categories, I think.
That's a really good point, because if you eliminate some of the esports stuff, you could break down things a little bit better.
Yeah, you could get like, and more so
it's
specific.
Not feeling like you have multiple games that are just like, these don't really fit together. It's like, let's break this apart. Let's make this more granular. Not best esports team and content creator of the year. Like, let's make that more granular.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not saying you have to do this specifically, but it could be something along these lines of like best shooter or something like that. Best roguelite, something more specific, I guess, in the gaming space instead of best esports team. It's like, no one gives a fuck about that, dude. No one cares. Best esports athletes, like, right? Like content creator of the year. I'm like, I don't fucking understand this. Why are we doing this?
Right.
Because they play video games. It's like, all right, I guess. Like, no one else fucking does it. Like, do the Oscars do best content creator and shit like that?
Not yet, but they're looking
maybe we're going to get there. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's good marketing, I suppose, so maybe that's why they do it. But I don't know.
Well, exactly, right? Because you can say, like, I'm nominated for a game award, and make a video about it's like, or some shit.
If you want it to be... I think the Game Awards just kind of has a problem of... I forgot if I said this to you yesterday, kind of picking its lane and what it wants to be. It wants to be too many things, and it just becomes a jack of all trades, not doing everything exceptionally well, when it should just be more focused, I think.
I agree, and I don't mean to sound cynical, and I understand things cost money.
Yeah.
It almost feels like the problem is that when you get funding from very different sources, the show gets pulled in different directions. So it's like the money for advertising and things like that of course is required to put on a show. Look at this orchestra, look at the scale of this. I'm not saying Mr. Keeley shouldn't make any money off this. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But I think that if your sponsors are very diverse, the show is not going to feel as cohesive. It's going to start to feel like three different things because we have extremely different, sources of money.
Yep.
And so then what you're including and what you're showcasing, it just starts to feel like a fucking craft fair instead of like a production.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's all of our thoughts on the Game Awards. Anything else you want to say, or should we move on?
I'm throwing more tomatoes. I'm throwing tomatoes virtually.
More tomatoes.
And I was thrilled at everyone who was throwing tomatoes with me.
Yeah.
We had fun in there. Some guys threw an ear of corn. That was fun. We had fun in the chat.
Yeah, you did. All right. Final news story. Just really quick. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade has a demo now on the eShop. The full release is out January 22nd of next year. But there's a demo out, and if you want to play the game, give it a shot. It's right there on Switch 2. I heard it is 30 frames per second only, which is not ideal, but
it's plenty of frames.
It's playable. It's playable. It is what it is. I wish they let you do like at least 40 or something like that. I don't fucking know, but it is what it is. But it's there
Brad,
on Twitch.
The human eye can't even see above 31 frames.
You're right. That's true. So if you're curious about that game, you want to check it out, there you go. If you have not played this game and you only want to play Nintendo, fucking play it, all right?
It's there now.
Awesome.
Look at that.
I love those games. They're so good. All right. Michael, let's end the show with some write-ins from the audience. This is from JC Ice. Yo, this one is for Brad. I'm hoping you're enjoying your time with Trails in the Sky when you return to it during your break. Anytime you bring it up, you say you don't see what all the Trails fans are hyping, but I truly doubt you'll see what all the fuss is about after beating it, because most OG Trails fans forget when they originally played it, it was just a good RPG. It's not till the world is more fleshed out with other entries that it becomes what it is now, a legendary series with an expansive world and lore. So ignore the fans and just enjoy a small little adventure in what will eventually become a huge world. That's kind of where I'm at with the game right now. This is what I've heard about the game. This is what I understand about it. The first game is just seems like it's fine and sets things up. It's nothing special, and certainly it doesn't seem like anything special right now. But after the first game is where it really starts cooking, is what I've been told. So I had that expectation in mind, and if I know what the game is, I'll have a much more enjoyable experience instead of it just being like, I don't get it. What are people so hyped about this game?
Yeah,
so,
instead of feeling like the old man on Pawn Stars, he's like, you bastards lied to me.
You bastards lied to me. Yeah. You bastards lied to me. Yeah, I remember that guy. What the hell? Yeah. But I'll get back to Trails sometime during the break. Oblivion is taking priority just because I'm feeling that more right now. But I've not forgotten. I will play it again.
He's not going to play it again.
I'm never playing it again. I uninstalled it. I did.
Maddie just he's like cooking dinner right now, and he's like a disturbance in the force.
It's like
I don't know what it is, but something. Yeah.
What's the Japanese thing? They sneeze or something like that. That's the thing.
Yes. Yeah. When someone's talking about you.
Yeah. South Bend Shovel Slayer wrote in and said, "Hey Punchers, are we going to get an expansion pass for Metroid Prime 4? That was kind of our spoiler cast we labeled for, what was it? Kingdom. What game did we do that for? Was that for Expedition? Yumi and Gene? I think we called it expansion pass. Our spoiler discussion thing, and people got mad about that, so we probably won't do that again. Because they're like, why is it Sacred Symbols Plus? Why does it have a different name? So we probably won't do that because people got real mad.
Oh no, we'll do it specifically for that reason.
There you go. I'm close to the end, and all the naysayers don't know ball. Prime 4 is fucking awesome. I love a spoiler cast. Your extended thoughts. Have a great day. So I don't know anyone at the company who's played through the game except me. I don't think Gene's played through it right now. Last time I talked to him, and I know Dustin was playing it, but I don't know if he's finished it. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. As we're filming this, this is mine and Micah's last day of work for the rest of the year. So it won't happen.
Last day on Earth, we're dying.
Yeah, we're dead. We're slowly dying. It's gonna. We have like that Goku heart problem going on there.
The heart disease.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that one because he's like, "That's how I die."
That's how I die. Yeah, heart attack or some shit, dude. Yeah. Fucking Goku. So I don't think that'll happen for a long time if it ever does. I don't think it will, but I'm making a video on my YouTube channel, Brad Ellis Games, about Metroid Prime 4 and all my thoughts. So you can get my thoughts there, but I don't think like a discussion cast with other people is going to happen right now. Nevitz wrote in and said, "Hey Goombas, just want to say I beat Luigi's Mansion for the first time. I remember playing the demo kiosk as a kid. Now that I've beaten it, I really enjoyed it except for one huge glaring issue. The last half hour of the game is so bad. I had a few boos left, and they kept running away after only getting damage from me by 2 or 3 points. So I had to keep chasing them over and over. Then the final boss pissed me off because you just had to do so much waiting. What game did you enjoy all the way until the end of the game?" What game did I enjoy all the way till the end of the game is tough.
I got pretty annoyed at the end of Clair Obscur. And I did turn that game down to easy because I was like, this final boss gauntlet is not. I was like, I've had enough. So at the end of that game, and I can't get more into why, but I was just like, I just want to have this be over, please.
Sure.
You know,
yeah.
That's a game I thoroughly enjoyed 90% of it, and then I was like, oh, let's just go home now. You know. Yeah,
I'm trying to remember, dude. It's just been The Last of Us Part 2. I was just like, what?
Oh yeah, that fits.
Yeah, I did not care for that. The end of that game. That's a whole other story, though. Gameplay, awesome. Too long though. And I don't like the end.
Too long. Too long. I mean, you compare it to just how streamlined the first game is. Like, the first game's a game I've played like 5 times, you know? Mm-hmm. The second one I played once, and I don't intend to play it again. It's just too long. Yeah. And there are just sections that I'm like, I don't want to do that again.
You know what? To be fair, though, they did say so you enjoyed up until the very end of the game. And I was already mixed on some of the stuff in that game right away. So... all narrative, mostly.
Like, to be fair, it was actually trash the whole way through.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was like, this is really fucking good in a lot of ways, but the same way I was always slightly annoyed with things. So,
same. And that's a game that I truly could never give a full fair shake because I was spoiled on it.
I did get spoiled too. I did.
I canceled my pre-order originally only because I was like, I'm not paying full price for a game that I've had spoiled. I'll wait and hopefully forget some of the details. Couldn't really be done, honestly. Yeah. Couldn't be done. But I did play it later. And I tried. It's really hard to go into an experience like that, having it ruined for you.
I mean, I liked the gameplay overall in that game a lot. I thought the gameplay was super fun. Just the narrative stuff kind of didn't jive with me. All right. This is from Raisin. Good evening, punchers. I'll keep it short and sweet. I know this might be a bit early, but what, if any, gaming New Year's resolutions do the punchers have? Enjoy the holiday break, guys. Y'all more than earned it. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking have any. The last time I did one, I didn't make it. So I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. Which was to play Dragon Quest 7 and finish it, and I did not.
I had a goal to just keep track of all the games I beat this year.
Oh, dude!
And I have mostly done that.
Okay.
You know, so I've been keeping track of everything I beat, which was cool just to look back at that list. And I did stick. Now, originally I had like how long it took me to beat it and all that stuff, and like the details get more and more sparse to the end of the list. It just turns into the date I beat it. But I'm gonna do that again this year for sure.
This night I use that I sent you.
It's like, you know, I want to try and chip away more at the backlog, but I'm also just not trying to stress about it. Mm-hmm. You know, just when it makes sense, you know, fit things into the list. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, there's too much shit for me to even. If there wasn't so much to play, I could make a resolution. But my resolution is just to stay above water, I guess. Gaming wise,
keeping your head above water.
Exactly.
Was that Good Times? Yeah. Oh man, I loved Good Times. That was a great show. Did you like Good Times?
I've seen a couple episodes. I thought it was all right. I like a lot of the sitcoms. I wasn't huge on sitcoms, I'd say, growing up.
When it's also like it's a very specifically like
that's true.
Show.
Like,
you know,
I think for a sitcom, the one I saw for sitcoms the most, I'd say, was Growing Pains. But I think that's just because it was on like Disney Channel or something. And that's a very white show.
Growing Pains, yeah.
But I know Colin liked that show too.
Well, because the funny thing is that's like, I'll mention a show like What's Happening or Good Times, and Colin will be like, I liked Seventh Heaven. It's like the
I didn't watch that
show you've ever seen.
I didn't see that. No, I never saw that.
I remember like I hated Full House as a kid. I was like, this is the corniest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. I can't fucking
you didn't like
stand
Uncle Joey?
Full House. Oh my God, no, I hated him. Like, rest in peace, Bob Saget, you're a legend. But God, I fucking hated Full House. Even as a child, I was like, this shit's corny.
What was the good looking dude? What was his name?
Was that Jesse? Uncle Jesse?
Uncle Jesse?
Uncle Jesse, yeah. Who was that in real life? Who was that guy?
John Stamos.
Yeah, because I was like, Holly saw him at the convention they went to because she texted me about the variety of people that were there. And it's like, oh my God, John Stamos is even here.
Cool, dude. Shout out John Stamos. What do you think? You think he's a good looking guy?
No, he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him. It's neat that he was like a drummer. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, like, yeah, John Stamos is like objectively attractive. Is there anything special about him? Special sauce? I don't know. It's the same as Mario Lopez was always very popular. I thought it's like there's nothing wrong with him, but he's just a guy.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's just a guy, you know.
I gotcha.
John Stamos, he kind of looks like that Walton Goggins fellow. He's very popular now.
Yeah, he is.
And it's a major throwback. There's an episode of Game Grumps where they play the game based on the Michael Chiklis show, The Shield. Oh. And Walton Goggins is credited in it. And this is like before the Fallout craze. And so they're like, Walton Goggins, what is that, like a Hobbit name? And now he's like fucking huge.
Yeah.
It's just hysterical because now he's everywhere. He's in all these commercials. He's the Grinch in those Walmart commercials.
Oh.
I didn't realize that until like I've been watching those commercials for weeks.
Yeah.
And I finally Googled who is it? It's him.
There you go.
It's
Walter
that guy.
Goggins. All right. Walton Goggins. All right. Derek Beek wrote in and said, with 2025 coming to a close, what do you expect to see, or at least hope to see from Nintendo Switch in 2026? I, for one, am hoping that we finally get the Geist sequel that everyone's been waiting for. Funny you should ask this. Me and Micah do predictions and stuff we want from Nintendo in the future coming up. I forgot that's next week or the week after, because we filmed it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Micah, is there anything you can think of right now off the top of your head?
I really, really think we might see something Pikmin. That's my biggest want, but realistic want. I think with the Mario Galaxy movie, okay, you want to just continue to capitalize on what kids would find inviting. Kids love Minions. I love Minions.
Yeah.
I think Pikmin is like the next thing to pivot towards in terms of like, dude, put this in front of the kid's fucking face, all right? Like, they're going to love it.
Yeah.
And so I don't think we get a new Pikmin unless it's like maybe like a spin-off title. But I think...
Do you want the Pikmin to act like Minions? Going banana.
They do somewhat. They kind of do. They are just kind of like, brain dead little creatures. They're adorable. Like, I don't mean that they should be exactly like Minions, but just
like the Minions. Yeah.
But just looking at them, they have a Minion-esque quality to them, and they have the variety of types of Pikmin. Yep. I absolutely think you could do a Pikmin movie, hands down. Olimar is adorable.
They should whole point. They should just make it a clone of Despicable Me and have Olimar be the Gru. Yeah, they should. Yeah.
I mean, really. It just is. It's like Olimar is an adorable little astronaut. Everything about Pikmin is cute. Even the enemies are cute. Yeah, they are. Okay. And then I just always love the idea of like our world being huge to something else. Like I just love the idea of that. So it's like, yeah, he's next to an apple and it's fucking huge. I love that shit. When I was a kid, I thought that was just always fun.
Yeah.
The whole point of that game where you're playing as like a bug, or the kids are all small and the bugs
grounded,
whatever that's called. There it is. And I don't like that game because the bugs freak me out, but the concept,
Sure.
So I just feel like Pikmin could be the next really hot thing for Nintendo if they capitalize on it. I think there's a couple strategic moves they could make. I don't expect a full like mainline Pikmin game. but maybe an announcement or a spin-off. They've done other spin-offs. So, I don't know, explore Pikmin.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see and what I think's maybe realistic.
I'll keep it simple. I'm a broken record on this. Something Zelda. Remaster, new game, glimpse of the upcoming one. Something. And Mario, like 3D Mario. Come on.
We put more Zelda music on the Nintendo Music app.
Yeah, you go. That's
Thanks.
probably what I'll get. Yeah. You want new Zelda? Here's Zelda on the music app. All right.
This is what we have.
Yeah.
We have new Zelda at home. It's just the Zelda Music app.
So that's kind of always my wish every year. But you gotta show that 3D Mario.
What for Christmas is a new Zelda
That's
game.
all I want is Zelda. Make it
I
happen.
picture you going to like the mall Santa. And he's like, "Oh, what would you like for Christmas, little boy?" And you're like, "Zelda game."
I did
like,
ask
"Nerd."
Santa for Super Nintendo. My parents said when I was very little. Fucking got it. Thanks, Santa. All right, Michael, we're fucking done for the year. It's over. We're on break now. Good shit. First of all, before we go though, gotta give a shout out to our homie Gene. He's taking a break from the show for a while, but we hope to have him back ASAP. So shout out, Gene. I know you listen occasionally. So shout you out, dude. But yeah, Micah, should we get out of here? Any final thoughts or anything you want to say before we say goodbye to everybody?
No, let's get the hell out of here. Enjoy your holidays, everyone. Thank you for your support of both the merch shop, which keeps me very busy and I'm very thankful for. And streaming this year was so fun to explore. And it's been really just awesome, the response from the audience. Thank you for your donation. So truly just big thanks to everyone who listens to the shows, your fun comments, your write-ins. All of it is what makes the shows, it's what gives it the personality, is the community behind it. Like our shows with our zany write-ins, the Discord that is a fucking a dumpster fire in the best way. Mm-hmm. It's all possible because of the community, and it's the flavor of this network is not just us, but truly it is you guys too. So I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday season. Yeah. And I hope you enjoy the break content. We worked really hard on it.
All right, everybody, we're out of here. Me and Micah will see you guys next year, but you'll see us next couple weeks anyway. So see you then. Have a good break, everybody. Peace. Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is a product of Last Stand Media and Collins Last Stand LLC and is proudly recorded in the USA. The show is written and hosted by me, Bradley Ellis. My co-hosts are Gene Park and Micah Moriarty. The show is edited and produced by Dustin Furman. All of Last Stand's theme music is by Ramon Narvaez. Punching Up, along with the rest of Last Stand's media shows, are fan-funded on Patreon at patreon.com/laststandmedia. The following names are at the producer level on Patreon, our highest tier, and we're grateful for your kind contributions and generosity to our independent endeavor. Thank you.